All right, this is the Lenovo Yoga 7i 15-inch 2-in-1 convertible laptop, and it's a very good machine. I've been sitting on this review for far too long. You may have seen my original video, which was a tour. I did that right away. I got it from Lenovo, I unboxed it, I went, wow. I did the video, then that's it, I put it away, and then I've come back to it from time to time. I did a battery drain test, which we'll get to in a bit, and I just did my usual stuff on it. And the thing is that I wouldn't say I was not impressed, or I just wasn't excited about the laptop. Well, actually, that is true. I wasn't excited about the laptop. It was just, it's a solid machine. But what finally got me to, take it off the laptop stand and get to work on this video is a sale that's happening right now at Best Buy. So I'm going to try to get this video out as soon as I possibly can so that if you're interested in it, you don't miss this sale, because it's pretty solid. In fact, you could call it an epic discount. This laptop is $1,050, and this particular model is a Best Buy exclusive. You can get this laptop from other places, but this exact model is exclusive to Best Buy. So it's normally $1,050. It's currently on sale for $850? Yes, $850, and you can get it open boxed for even less. And Best Buy has a really good return policy on laptops with no restocking fee. So if you don't like the open box one, just return it, and then you go buy the one that's on sale brand new, unopened. And $850 is a very good price for this machine. That's to me how this becomes a very compelling buy, is that it's under $1,000. Frankly, it's under $900 is just like phenomenal. So, okay, we're gonna dive into some of the specs, well, all the specs that are important, and we'll dive into performance, battery life, the whole deal in this all-around review. Here we go. This particular Yoga 7i is the 82BJ0003US model. This one is exclusive to Best Buy. So you do get an 11th gen Core i7. It's on the Evo platform. It is a 15.6-inch 1080p touch display with a 1/2 terabyte SSD. Now, instead of 16 gigs of RAM, this one has 12. You can get this with 16 gigs of RAM, but for the Best Buy model that's exclusive, it's 12, and that's the one that I have here. This laptop runs really well at 12, and I don't know how it would run at 8 if you find an 8 gig model somewhere else, but I've used Windows 10 with i7s, 8th gen i7s, for example, and 8 gigs of RAM, and it's miserable. So that could have been unique to that machine, I don't know, or those machines rather, but just with my experience, I wouldn't recommend that. So, okay, here's the deal. It's $1,050 MSRP, or retail price at Best Buy. It is on sale right now for $850. This sale started today. This is a 3-day sale, and I don't know if it'll extend past the 3 days, but it's part of the 3-day sale. So $850 is a super compelling price. This is a good all-around machine, and we'll get into that in a moment. Now, the open box is even more compelling. Now, $662.99 represents the fair condition, which means it can be scratched and show wear and tear with scuffs, and also not include the power cable. So don't spend $663, in my opinion, on the fair condition. Go with the excellent condition, which is $721.99. That makes more sense to me. So yeah, all right, let's dive in with the tour, and we'll talk about my impressions and battery life. Here she is, Lenovo Legion 7i. This is the dark moss color. It is aluminum, but it's not a unibody construction, sort of like a razor blade, which is fine, but it is a bit heavy duty, and you're gonna get scuffs and scratches on it if you don't take really good care of it. So just, full disclosure on that. Here are some close-ups, sort of like how it looks. It is a gorgeous machine with a nice reflection on it. It almost looks green in certain light, but they call it dark moss. You get two USB-C Gen 4 ports and a headphone jack on the other side. You have two USB-A ports, and that's it. Of course, power is on that side as well. This does fully rotate. Here's the one-hand open test, which is not going to work out at all. But as a commenter pointed out, does it really matter on a 2-in-1? And I'm impartial at this point. I think, yeah, I'm just impartial. It is a very reflective display, but it is glass with touch sensitivity. There is no Windows Hello outside of the fingerprint reader, which we'll get to in a bit. When you lay it down flat, it's flat. You can put it in tent mode. So if you want to share something with someone like this, there you go. And then, of course, tablet mode. Sorry for that noise. This one did not come with a pen, but it is pen supported. So if you were to buy a Lenovo pen or any other type of pen that's compatible, you wouldn't have a place to slide that pen in as you do with the Yoga 9i, which I reviewed very recently as well. So, yeah, thoughts. Well, it's very well built, and there's some cool touches that Lenovo's done that I think really help it stand out. So, for example, I've called this out on like a bunch of Lenovo videos, but I love how they're putting the models on the lip, which is really cool. So this lip sticks out. I don't know if you could see that. Yeah, that's not working out, but it sticks out. So when you run your finger across the front, you'll feel the lip. And to me, this makes a ton of sense when you're doing a one-hand open. It's like, okay, grab my laptop, lift it up. And so when you see it happen like this, it's very welcoming, right? But without the one-hand open, to me, the lip thing is still really cool, but doesn't have that overall like satisfaction of, you know, what it feels like to just one-hand open that thing and put your finger on that lip to lift it up. Okay, so full-size keyboard here. The touchpad is totally fine. It works well. It's not too slippery, I guess is the right word. It feels good, but it's not very large relative to other laptops that are out, even other Lenovo laptops, but not by a large degree for Lenovo laptops. This is running Intel Evo, which means it meets certain standards as far as the wattage of the CPU, the immediate wake up. You know, I don't know if you noticed that as soon as I lifted the lid for the first time on this video, the laptop woke right up. That's important to Evo. And battery life standards. So the battery life it's just insane. Maybe that's not fair. It's just super good. So, for example, I ran my standard battery test, which is to loop a YouTube video series until the darn thing dies. I have the brightness at half, and then I have the backlighting off on the keyboard, and the battery setting is set to stage 2 out of 4 for Windows, and this went 11 hours and 21 minutes. That's a lot. That is a lot of performance, and I'm very happy with that. So as far as using this thing day to day, for me, I like having a dedicated number pad. So on the keyboard, you have a full-size keyboard with the number pad. There's no delineation between these keys, so they're shaped the same, they feel the same. The distance between the first column of number keys and the last column of, column alpha typing keys is the same as the distance between the regular typing keys. So it just sort of blends in. Aesthetically, it's fine. From a user standpoint, you definitely get used to it. And if you've been typing for a long time, you know exactly where to put your fingers. So the fact that it isn't called out or accentuated, the number pad that is, or in some way, overly squished, it's fine. It's absolutely fine. Okay, so fingerprint reader is here as well. Sorry for the focus there. So the fingerprint reader, it just works. I didn't have to fiddle too much. It was, to me, just as reliable as the fingerprint reader on my cell phone. So I guess that's really exciting and super good. So there's a couple things I do want to call out because I'm not sure what's going on. Number one is the fans will just sort of kick on. As you can see, the lid is closed, the laptop should be off, the power button is illuminated. I don't know what's going on. This has happened to me before where I close it and I expect it to go to sleep mode, and then I'll be like, all of a sudden the room is quiet and then I hear this hum of the fans 20 minutes later, and it'll remain on until I open it back up and deliberately put it into sleep mode. But that doesn't happen every single time I close a lid, so I don't know what's going on. The other thing is how sharp this is. And I think I might be one of the few people out there that actually complains about this with laptops, but one of the reasons that I love the ThinkPad line from Lenovo is because they have this rubberized sort of texture all around the machines, all the ThinkPad machines, even the less expensive ones. But for whatever reason, the premium look right now, maybe it's Dell's fault for starting this, is this really sharp edge around the entire device. So if you're using this docked or you just have it on your lap or something, it's not going to really bother you. But if you use it a lot for tablet mode, or you're constantly just like picking up and going with it, or you grab it, you turn around, you walk away, I think it will bother you. It should bother most people. It just should. It's sharp. It's not razor sharp. It's not going to cut you or anything like that. But it's just not a comfortable feel. It's not a comfortable hold. And I think it's worth calling out. So maybe you think I'm just really nitpicking here. Sorry, but it bugs me. And That's the type of thing that would prevent me from buying a laptop like this. Now, I don't have that problem with other aluminum machines, like the Razer Blade, for example. My blade has never bothered me in that way in the 2 years that I've had it, so I don't know what to tell you. So, okay, it's a good machine. I really like it. It's just a kind of like a, okay, that's it. That's all there is to it. It's not a gaming machine. It's a solid laptop. All right, hope you found this helpful. Catch you on the next one. Cheers.